All right, folks, it's Monday, and well, instead of Sunday, you know what that means. You're getting a fantastic episode of the best AEW Pro Wrestling podcast. And what's that, Lionel?
This is the Our Proof of Existence episode of Off the Top Rope.
Yes, we're live, people.
We are live. You don't have to worry about us.
They might not believe it, though, because we don't use a camera, but we're live, okay?
We're here. Today is September 1st, 2025. It is Labor Day. People have been making a lot of jokes about Labor Day being the day that children are born and not the other labor, like hard manual labor. Mm-hmm. So this is proof. If I had a newspaper, I would put it up right now, but those don't exist anymore.
Man.
All right. We got... You know what? We were talking earlier. We said, like, oh, we didn't have a lot to talk about. You know what we forgot about?
What did we forget about?
There was a whole last Ring of Honor pay-per-view.
Yeah. Yeah. This shit was great.
And people got it for free.
For free, man.
I'm actually kind of jealous because people were able to, like, I didn't have problems when I was watching it on Friday. Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't have any problems because I was watching it on my TV through my Fire Stick, right? Yeah. With the Ring of Honor app. But I guess what was happening was there was something that was going on with the browser version, like watchroh.com, to where it wasn't working. And now, not only is that pay-per-view up for free, which that back half of that pay-per-view was fantastic.
Yeah.
We also are getting like a credit for a month's worth of Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Tony Khan, like at the beginning of the pay-per-view, was like, screw this, everybody's getting it for free. It's on YouTube right now.
That shit was crazy. I forget where they put it up at first, because they started streaming it not immediately, like after a couple matches started streaming it. So yeah. I don't know where it was, but people got to see Bandito versus Hechicero for free on YouTube.
Man, that was a match. And immediately after, Athena versus Mina Shirakawa.
God, that was also a match too, bro.
That was a match too.
Jesus Christ.
Man, yeah. Ring of Honor was firing off on all cylinders, bro.
This is, like, Ring of Honor, because those pay-per-views don't really get a lot of, like, matches until, like, the week of, right? Especially, like, these last couple. Mm-hmm. Like, you'll know what the main event is. You'll know what Athena's doing, and you know what the Ring of Honor World Champion is doing. So you know what Athena and Bandito are doing. But you really don't know too much else unless you're watching the shows. Like this week they announced like four, well not this week. Like last week they announced, oh, I'm not alive. This is what anyway. Last week they announced like 4 matches like the week of and like 2 that day. Yep. That shit was crazy.
And let's see, we had some surprises. So one wasn't a surprise. STP, congrats to STP.
Yes.
They got those trios titles, and now they're going to be trios champions for the next like 5 years.
That's how Ring of Honor title reigns work now.
Yep. Let's see. Sammy Guevara teamed up with Roosh to beat the Outrunners.
That motherfucker's part of LFI now.
He's part of LFI, which is it's so weird. It is so weird, dude.
It's gonna take some for me. It's gonna take some getting used to.
Yeah, like Roosh was speaking on full Spanish. He's like, "Yeah." I was like, I don't think Sammy understood what he said, but yeah, cool. Let's see, Tyga Style, Lee Moriarty, and I forgot who was his opponent. Starts with the X, Zulaha or something like that. Ziwa.
Is that I forget how to say his name, but I am a big fan of him now. After this is my first time seeing him against Lee.
Yeah,
big fan. That motherfucker's only 21 years old, by the way.
He's only 21, dude.
21.
So the guy's damn good.
I know I'm saying his name wrong, and I apologize for saying his name wrong. Let us know in the comments how to pronounce his name, because it's like Zehlua. And I know they said it a lot on commentary, but I can't remember how they pronounced it.
Yeah, that was a banger of a match too. Yeah, there was hardly any real misses. Like, PWH was out there, fucking Golden Globe winner, taking all the bumps in the world, doing a full on hardcore match, getting busted open, bleeding.
Bro bladed. He bladed.
Yeah, that match was way better than it should have been.
You know what? At this point, I have to say, because I said it on Blue Sky. I have to say it here.
Yep.
And I think I said it on a podcast too. Like, I was like, who is this guy? Why is he on commentary when he was on Collision? Like, why is he here? Then we got this match. I've done this on the podcast a couple times because I am very willing to admit when I'm wrong. I apologize to PWH because that dude is a damn sicko.
Yeah.
Also, QT is the celebrity killer because didn't he do this to like Big Boom AJ also? Not like this, but
not like this. No, Big Boom AJ ain't taking those, bro.
No, God no.
He ain't getting busted open.
No, Paul Walter Hauser is a sicko, bro.
Well, I forgot which place he won the world title at.
He won a world title?
Yes.
This wasn't his first match?
No.
Just shout out to him even more than Jesus Christ. Golden Globe winner is actively wrestling other places?
Yeah, he's an active wrestler.
Yo, fucking shout out to him. You know what? Yeah, shout out to him. All right.
I forget which place it was though that he wrestled at. Oh, internet search could do me wonders right now.
Let me tell you, it's deserved. Wherever he is the champion of. It's deserved. Imagine being an indie having a Golden Globe winner that was just in like the movie didn't do crazy great, but being in a movie, he not only is he your champion, he was blading for QT Marshall in a Ring of Honor show. Shit is crazy. Did you end up finding it?
Progress.
Oh, he's champion of Progress?
Yeah, he won his first title in Progress Wrestling April 17, 2025.
Oh, so he's been going this year.
He wrestled at Defy. He wrestled doing Street Fight. He did a Street Fight with Joey Janela.
Oh, yeah, he's a sicko.
Yeah,
oh, he's a sicko.
Let's see. Yeah, in 2024 he signed with MLW.
They all can't be hits.
Well, no. Like this is like I think MLW was the beginning, right?
Yeah. What a crazy thing. What a shout out to him. What else happened on that Ring of Honor show? We had our first glimpse of Hologram's code failing, which got kind of resulted on Collision.
I don't think it resulted.
Well, resolved. Like we know what happened. We know why the code broke.
Yeah, it's just evil hologram.
The streets called him El Clone. Also, what people are doing is the people who are tapped in, like, did you ever like a long time ago? Did you watch Power Rangers in Space?
Yes.
So there, people have been saying that this is the Power Rangers in Space versus the Psycho Rangers. So this is Red versus Red. That's what they're doing, and it's hilarious to me. It's just hilarious to me.
I mean, they're not wrong.
Not wrong. At some point, we're gonna see El Clone. That's the Collision story, which is gonna be fun to see how that goes. Mm-hmm. What else happened on the Ring of Honor pay-per-view before we move on to our next topic? What else happened?
Let's see. So the first winner of. So the women's Ring of Honor Pure title tournament is underway.
Yeah.
Queen Amanada won her match first.
Against Taya Valkyrie.
Against Taya Valkyrie. I think next up is going to be, because they did a little thing in the parking lot, Trish Adora and Deonna Purrazzo.
Y'all going to be mad when Deonna loses. She ain't going to lose.
You're going to what?
Yeah, I know she ain't gonna lose.
She's not losing. It's gonna be a good match though.
It's gonna be very, very good. Trish Adora gets overlooked a lot. Trish Adora is really good.
Trish Adora is really good. She was, at one point in time, when she first started in Ring of Honor, she was like the Ring of Honor Prospect of the Year before Tony Khan took it over.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, she was for sure like really good.
She's an LA Dojo graduate also.
Mm-hmm. Because if you look at it, like pretty much all the people that were like the big Prospect of the Year wrestlers, they've all went ahead and did big things, right? Like Punishment Martinez. he, he was Prospect of the Year. You guys don't know that's Damian Priest.
Yeah, Damian Priest.
Just to name one of them, there was quite a few.
It's interesting. Like this, it was a very, very good Ring of Honor pay-per-view. Like, it was a fantastic pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Which leads us. We talked about a couple of them before. Proffitt, I asked you earlier, the conversation's been happening all over social media, all over the planet, so we got to talk about it also.
Okay.
We had to make it a little bit more challenging because we said our number one immediately. Like, our number one was already there immediately.
Yep.
Proffitt, who are your top 3 wrestlers of the year this year?
Top 3. Okay. So it's Bandito. Bandito's for sure up there. I want to say Mercedes is my number 2.
Uh-huh.
And Kyle Fletcher is my number 3.
Ooh. Okay. Our 1 and 2s are the same.
Mm-hmm.
But before I do this, I gotta give an honorable mention because he deserves to be on this list, but he's not going to be on this list right now.
Yeah.
Will Ospreay. Not Jon Moxley, Will Ospreay.
Oh, yeah.
Will Ospreay's 2025 has been insane. He's just sidelined now due to injury.
Mm-hmm.
But that man had an insane year this year also.
If we did a top 5, he'd just be there.
He would be there. If I had to get my top 3, Bandito's number 1. Mercedes is also my number 2. But my number 3 is Lee Moriarty.
Hell yeah.
Bro, Lee, I said this like a month ago, and he continues to prove me right every single time he's in the ring. Lee is one of the best wrestlers on the planet. But we just don't talk about it enough.
Usually, the crazy thing is, the Ring of Honor Pure Champion is always... We had this conversation before about, like, the best wrestler.
Uh-huh.
And, like, the Pure Championship, whoever wins the Pure Championship and does the Ring of Honor Pure stuff, is usually the best wrestler. Period.
That is Lee right now. Yeah,
that's Lee right now. Because if you look at the history of the wrestlers that held it, whoever held that at that time, they were like the best, like, technical wrestler, like best wrestler, period. And you got like Nigel McGuinness, you have Bryan Danielson, you have Jonathan Gresham, you have Lee Moriarty right now. At one point, when Wheeler Yuta just went crazy, and after joining the BCC, he was ridiculous Ring of Honor Pure Champion.
Yeah.
Shibata, like there's a big list.
Yeah. Lee is following that path right now, easily. Well, and I feel like because he's on Ring of Honor, we don't get to talk about him enough, but fantastic.
I think, let's see. And I think right now, he's getting close to being the longest Ring of Honor Pure Champion if he's not already.
I think he is. He is now. So someone definitely, in the comments, definitely let us know. But, yeah, I think he is now. I think he's the longest reigning now. Athena's about to hit 1,000 days also. But, yeah, man, like, I feel like Wrestler of the Year this year might be the easiest that it's ever been, I think. Like, if you're actually watching wrestling, it is easy to call Bandito Wrestler of the Year.
Oh, yeah.
Even with just his matches against Takeshita and Hechicero.
Mm-hmm.
But that man has been going crazy all year.
Yeah.
Tags, trios, in CMLL, everywhere.
Like, wherever he goes, man. Like, he's dialed that shit to 110, and he hasn't stopped.
So I know people are kind of talking about it, like, here and there. Like, I don't know who some people are talking about Wrestler of the Year. I hear people talk about Jon Moxley a lot. Personally, not my Wrestler of the Year. Like, to me, Wrestler of the Year means you are bell to bell the best wrestler this year. Like, yeah. Very simple. And right now, Bandito, Mercedes. But there's a list. Like, there's a list. Bandito, Mercedes. We didn't talk about Athena. We didn't talk about Will Ospreay. We didn't talk about Swerve.
Yeah,
shit.
That's like, if we do top 10, yeah, they're all there. All of them are there. If we did a top 10, right? Like, like, even going from the top 3 that we said, and then it would be like Athena, Ospreay, Swerve, who else? I'd put Tekla up there right now. I'd probably put her at like number 10. But yeah, there's just a lot.
I forget how to say her name. I forget how to say her
Sari?
name. Sari, yeah.
Yeah.
You want to talk about someone doing quietly having some of the best matches of the year in Stardom right now.
Yeah, I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm not even going to talk about it. Now that she's away from Hell, she can actually do her thing.
She was in Hell. She was in Hell twice because she was also in Marigold for a little while.
Yeah. Like, how are you going to have a killer and then make her a magical girl? It doesn't make sense.
It does to me when it's racism.
Yeah.
So, I mean, straight up.
Like, you could have booked her just like you did Asuka. Because she is I think she's more vicious than Asuka was when she first came in.
If you see her wrestle, yes.
Like, yeah, she is. That's like an axe murderer, dude.
she's ridiculous. This is I feel like this is the one year that the New Japan only has one. It's Zach in the conversation, and even then, I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah. He wouldn't be in my top 10 though.
No, this is the first. This is the first.
Love me some Zack Sabre Jr. He would not be in my top 10
this year. No, no. This is from someone watching a lot of New Japan this year. I think his best match this year was probably the Goto match that we couldn't see for a month.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably his best match this year to me. People would say to catch the no.
Like, if I was gonna if I was going by pure bias and I had put somebody from New Japan in my top 10, I would just put Yota Tsuji in there.
Tsuji,
you can't go wrong.
Tsuji has not had a great wrestling year though.
No,
bell to bell is no.
It's kind of like I don't know. But that's why I said complete bias. I just put him in there just because.
Yeah. It's sad. This is the one year I can't confidently put anyone in New Japan in there, which is sad to me. But hey, that's how it is now, right?
At the beginning of the year, you would have thought it would have been like Gabe Kidd, right?
After that match with Kenny?
After that match with Kenny, you would have been like, I would have been hard-pressed not to say Gabe Kidd, right?
Yeah.
But, oh man, like, what a difference like a whole year makes, right? Like,
bro,
not even a whole year.
7 months.
7 months, bro.
Like, I don't know. Like, someone in the comments last week who was talking about Gabe Kidd showing up in AEW.
Oh yeah, I was about to mention that.
Yeah, you want to touch on that comment?
Yeah, hold on. Let me bring it up.
But yeah, I'll talk a little bit more about Gabe Kidd while you're doing that. Like yeah. Like he had the whole world on his plate. He had the return match for Kenny Omega. That was Kenny's first match back in like over a year. And that match went crazy. That match is still up there, like probably easily like top 10 match of the year, probably in there somewhere. But then just afterwards, it was weird.
Okay, so here's a comment. So he commented, so thanks again, Jason Edwards, 1425.
Thank you.
Thank you for the comment. You're the only one that succeeded with the assignment of getting them comments. I'm getting at the rest of you guys now. You know that, right?
Y'all come on, get in the comments. We will read them on the podcast like we're about to right now.
So, one was talking about the women's blood and guts and things like that, but I'll read the comment in whole. So I think AEW will do blood and guts in November. That's where Stat will turn on the baby faces and join the Death Riders. I think Tony will eventually lose to Statlander at one of the Australia shows next year. Also, Gabe Kidd hyperextended his knee in mid-July, so I'm actually not surprised that he was able to make Forbidden Door a month and a half later.
Mm-hmm. I think we'll talk about everything else first, because I do think Blood and Guts is going to happen in like November. We have I don't think they're going to. It would make sense to me if they did it for All Out, because it's been building for like the last month and a half. It's been building for a while.
Yeah.
All Out would make sense to me, but November kind of feels right to give it like a little bit more time, because we just got Jamie Hayter back too.
Oh yeah.
And then the thing that was most interesting to me about this was the Statlander comments. That Stat will turn and go with the Death Letters. Yeah, it feels like that's being played in our faces right now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then Stat being the one to beat Tony, which would make sense because if Mercedes and Athena couldn't do it, and you want to put it on like a heel, because let's be real, as much as Athena and Mercedes are heels, they're not heels.
They get the let's see, so they get the Hurt Syndicate reaction, right?
Yeah.
Like they're heels, but everybody loves them, so it's hard to like take them as like the biggest heel in the company or things like that. It's like, Athena comes out and you get like the loudest cheers in the building. It's like same with Mercedes, same with the Hurt Syndicate,
And then you have to snap back into reality because they have to do something bad. And you're like, oh yeah, that's right, they're bad. We had to boo them. Boo. And then when they win the match, we're like, yay.
It's not a convicted boo either. They're like, I'm booing because I have to, not because I want to.
I think that's why, I think Stat is a good idea. Like, Jason Edwards had a really good point. Like, Tony would be the one to beat, Stat would be the one to beat Tony in Australia. Or even, because they're doing London shows this year also.
Yeah, they got a little residency in the UK right now. Well, not right now, but they will be in December.
And so, let's be real. Tony don't be losing that title too much in America anymore.
No.
So, it makes sense there. And now going to the Gabe Kidd part. It makes sense that Gabe Kidd is back. The problem with me, my personal problem with Gabe Kidd right now, is it feels like he's spending a lot of time in AEW. After being in Proffitt, we're going to talk about this because you called this a few months ago, actually. Like a few months ago when he first started showing up in AEW, but we'll talk about that in a second. Gabe Kidd, he had the month. He could have shown up at the final for the G1 and showed up with Shingo face to face. He could have did that. He didn't. The first time we see him, he's in AEW for Blood and Guts doing the dog run. He's running on his arms and legs. So it's like, okay, bro, come on. Like, I get it. And people are going to get mad about him being on Dynamite last week and this coming up week. But New Japan doesn't tour for like another 2 weeks. Yeah. That's why Ishii's still here.
That's why the boy is out here doing 5-star matches, bro.
Fucking talk about someone in New Japan who doesn't want to leave, but is putting on banger matches more in AEW than New Japan. Ishii.
Shit, I'm gonna put it in shit. Okay, that's the New Japan guy I'm putting in the top 10 because I'm also completely biased. Because Ishii is probably like my next to Yota Tsuji, he's probably my favorite New Japan wrestler.
At this point, I think the only reason Ishii ain't in the G1 because he don't want to do it no more.
Yeah,
I think that's the only reason.
Like, fuck that, I'll go to America real quick.
I'm a wrestle like twice a week. Maybe I'll take these pins. I'll get this American money and I'll come right back.
Yep. I'll walk. I'll do my little walk to the ring like I'm about to go to a buffet. We're good. Yo, if I send you that photo, you know what's about to go down. I'm about to tear some food up.
Well, yeah, man. It's just that's the thing that's bothering me about Gabe Kidd right now. Like, his whole character, his whole persona, even from when we talked about that match with Kenny, it was fuck AEW, fuck WWE, fuck everyone else, New Japan for life.
Yep.
And that has quickly gone to the wayside. Once he was able to get booked on AEW shows, it was a wrap.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, you get the American notoriety, right? Like, you get that overseas notoriety, you start getting booked in America, you get seen even more. It's like, oh, it's kind of nice out here.
I mean, the country might be falling apart right now, but hey,
yeah,
I'm getting a lot of exposure. I'm getting a lot of money.
I'm getting that money,
and you called it because we were talking about it. It was that first show Gabe Kidd was on a couple months ago. You were like, oh no, he's gonna be here. He's gonna do something, and I'm sitting there like, nah, bro, he's fucking New Japan for life, bro. He's gonna get that global title. That I was right about the global title part, but wrong about everything else. he's gonna get that global title. He's gonna be everywhere in New Japan. He's gonna be the Gaijin ace. No, No. He started showing up at AEW, immediately became a Death Rider, and has said nothing about New Japan being the best in 3 months.
He hasn't said New Japan Ichiban in 3 months, man.
No. It is gone. He's gone from New Japan Ichiban to the coldest white boy in the game, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. But hey, make that money, Gabe. I'm not hating on it. Just make sure when you go back to Japan, you get ready to drop that belt, that global title to Shingo. It doesn't even show up on AEW shows. You don't even have it on AEW shows. But I guess to be fair, Ishii doesn't have his tag title because Ishii is a double champion. You just wouldn't know if you only watch AEW.
Well, wait, no, he showed up with one of his titles the other day.
No, he doesn't have his tag title. He has the New Japan Strong open weight. Ishii's a double champion.
Oh shit,
that's 2 belts Ishii.
Hell yeah.
But we only see the 1 belt on TV. The New Japan Strong. That's the only one that we see. The open weight title. But it's fine. It's fine. Do you have any comments you want to talk about from Jason Edwards' comment?
No, you know what? I agree, but at the same time, I want to throw a little monkey wrench in there about who Tony will eventually lose the title to.
Ooh, okay.
I think somebody is going to rise up and get their get back once again, because she almost had it the first time they went against each other. Ooh. And she hasn't really lost since, and she's everywhere. It's Megan Bayne, dude. I think Megan Bayne is going to get back in the title scene. And when she gets... Toni Storm does not want any piece of Megan Bayne. We know this. Megan Bayne shows up, Toni Storm goes the other way. She does not want any piece of that. So I think Megan Bayne gets back, and I think she'll be the one that beats Toni Storm.
You know what?
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason that I am saying it like this because I am stalling because I cannot remember old girl's name. Not Megan Bayne. The one that Megan Bayne replaced.
Oh, the one that she replaced. Oh, Camille?
Camille.
Yeah.
I was like, Proffitt, I think the real person who's coming back. Because she's training. She's getting ready for her comeback. Camille. Your AEW Women's World Champion, Camille.
Oh, God. We getting 5-minute matches for life, bro. We ain't getting no work rate. We getting 5 minutes and the match is done.
I was about to quote the Big E quote, but I can't do that here because saying it with that would sound insane. So I'm not going to do that.
You ain't going to get no work rate. We ain't getting no high work rate.
I believe Camille has the potential to be the greatest squash match wrestler of all time.
Oh,
if she can do what she was doing when she was here, greatest squash match wrestler of all time.
Right, yes, easy.
Yeah.
Give 5 minutes. That's all. Look, give Camille 5 minutes, and she is the best 5-minute wrestler of all time. 5 minutes and 1 second. I don't know, bro. We might be pushing it.
It's that Gear 5 timer. You can't extend it. Once that timer hits its limit, that is it.
Yeah, that's it. You get 5 minutes.
It's that Naruto Baryon mode timer. That's it. You are done.
Like, you get in the ring with Camille, she gonna sound like Randy Savage in the first Spider-Man movie. He's like, "Oh yeah, I got you for 3 minutes."
That's all she can do. That's it.
So yeah, man. Hopefully I am completely wrong, and she becomes a 10-minute wrestler. Then she can last on TV at least.
She was I feel like we're gonna see a lot more of her. I think she's gonna hit Ring of Honor hard, which will be great.
Look, if she does that, she's one step ahead of certain other people. Right?
At this point, the only other person who should be there. Well, there's a few in the men's division, but there's only one other in the women's division. Because let's be real, the women's division is just leaps and bounds out wrestling the men's division. You have a couple standouts in the men's division, but realistically, them women, they striking harder, They're wrestling faster. Yeah. Everything is just on another level in that women's division right now.
Oh yeah, no, they get in there, they go hard. They're not stopping, bro.
Did you, before we get into the shows, did you see the clip of I think it was Sky Blue, Tony Storm, and Mina Shirakawa reacting to Queen Aminata hitting Julia Hart with the forearm?
Oh yeah, they're like, ooh. They're like, God damn. And Mina just cheering.
Mina was like, oh, oh. Tony covered her mouth. She was like, oh, 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 oh. And Sky looked like she was terrified.
Yo, Queen Aminata be hitting people, bro. she be hitting, bro. That's why, like, her matches with Tekla are so good, because she hits Tekla, and Tekla's like, oh shit, I can hit somebody hard. And then they just hit each other hard the whole time.
That's why her and Aminata and Tekla are like soulmates, bro. We'll be talking about them again on this episode of the podcast, but
shit, they're still fighting right now.
Probably. And now Jamie Hayter's back, and you saw the Jamie Hayter brawl that her and Tekla had?
Bro, Jamie Hayter was like, look, they threw Jamie Hayter outside. It didn't make sense, but they threw her out and not Tekla.
Well, because she almost killed Tekla.
Yes.
She threw Tekla into trash and was picking up trash and beating Tekla with the trash.
You know, I get it. It's not skinny Jamie Hayter anymore when she first came back. It's bigger Jamie Hayter. So, yeah, I'd be scared, too.
Jamie Hayter took about, like, 25% of the mass that The Rock lost and just took it.
She just took it. And now she's back in form.
All right, man. We've talked about it. We've done it. It is time to get into our weekly reviews of AEW Dynamite and AEW Collision.
Man, I gotta say, before we kick off Dynamite, man, these shows are so good that they're so good that, like, you watch them and they're done. They feel like they go so fast.
They feel like 30 minutes.
Yeah. Like, they're just that good to where they just feel like it just flies by. Where's the rest of the show? Hey. Or, like, I look up and I'm like, it's 6:30? Hold on, man. That means we only got, like, one match left? Fuck.
AEW, we've been talking about it.
Yeah.
This year, but specifically these last few months, AEW has stepped up even from before when they stepped up during the All-In cycle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, it just feels like everyone's motivated. They had just broken the wrestling record in the O2 Arena. They're in that hot-ass crowd in Philly in the 2300 Arena.
Oh, yeah.
Every crowd that AEW goes to now is hot, which is why they don't go to Vegas no more. Like, it's just they are on another level right now.
Hey, AEW, come back to Vegas, please.
They're not. Bro, did you...
I promise I'll be there.
Oh, God. Tony Khan got booed at the show here. He ain't coming back.
I hate all of you guys.
He ain't coming back.
You fed-pilled assholes. I hate all of you.
It was after... Remember, they came here after they took away Double or Nothing.
Oh, yeah. Well, they took away Double or Nothing.
So the crowd booed him when he came out, and he has not stepped foot in the state since. Not at all.
You shouldn't have took away our damn pay-per-view then.
Yeah.
Dick. Oh, well. One day he'll forgive the great state of Las Vegas and give us our pay-per-view back.
One day. Not
go to fake, I don't know. Other place that's hot but sucks. Come here to the good state of Las Vegas. Well, good state of Nevada in Las Vegas. Not Phoenix, Arizona. No one wants to go to fucking Phoenix, Arizona.
I wonder where they're gonna go next year for Double or Nothing. It's probably not gonna be Vegas.
Better be Vegas.
Nah. Vegas does not get the luxury of having a pay-per-view. Like, Chicago got All Out taken, but still got World's End.
They got World's End, yeah.
So I think Vegas is done for. We're gonna get a taped Collision on a Thursday and that's it.
The only thing we get here now is shit mania. And that's it.
And I told you when I was driving through the strip.
Yeah.
The strip was the only place that kind of felt like it because they had like posters and stuff everywhere. But you go anywhere else in the city, nothing.
Oh, there ain't nobody in the strip anyway right now.
Nah, yeah, it's dead.
It's pretty dead. You could go out there right now and get to where you going. Real easy.
It might be a chance for me to go to Whataburger over there.
There's a Whataburger out there?
Yeah, bro. We have a Whataburger here now. It's on the strip.
Huh.
On the backside of the strip. Like somewhere, like MGM, somewhere. Somewhere on that back half of the strip. There's a Whataburger.
Okay. Well, shit. So they're doing it like they did White Castle.
Pretty much.
Starting out on the strip and then they're going to other spots.
They're gonna expand. Well, maybe expand. You know, the strip is dead, so ain't nobody going to Whataburger.
Right. Well, with White Castle, they put one on the strip.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was like right off the strip. That little place that no one goes to off the strip.
Oh, Fremont.
No, it wasn't on Fremont.
Oh, there is one on. Wait, where was the? Oh, I know what you're talking about. On like. It's the strip, but it's on, like, the other side of the strip that no one goes to.
Right. So, like, if you're driving on Las Vegas Boulevard and you first start to get to the strip, and it's that hotel or whatever.
It's the bad side. It's the side that has, like, a lot of the, a lot of the people who are,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, and then they put one in Henderson. That's where it's at now.
So I'm guessing in like a year we'll get one somewhere else.
Yeah, I ain't traveling to the strip. Fuck that.
No, it's not worth it.
But yeah. So with that, let's get to that AEW Dynamite episode, man.
Yes, sir.
It was a damn good episode, man.
Mm-hmm.
Damn good. We start out. We got Hangman. I'm not gonna say like everything Hangman said, but Hangman, he's pretty much talking about the world title scene right now, and he's down, he's ready to take all challengers, and pretty much he's pretty much saying, MJF, you tried and you fucked up, and the next time you challenge me, you can't, you got to do it a week ahead. It's pretty much the thing. He gets ambushed by Don Callis and crew. And, and Kenny Omega comes back. And they pretty much clean house, man. So we have Hangman, we had the Don Callis family, and we have Kenny Omega. Because, of course, Don Callis had to talk shit about Kenny Omega. He said Kenny Omega's name. Kenny Omega came back and just beat everybody up.
Yeah.
Cleared out the whole Don Callis family.
They have reunited.
Yeah. They did the, what is it? Buckshot Lariat and V-Trigger combo. Their tag move that they were doing when they were tag team champs.
Mm-hmm.
And then, they shook hands after that. They were all happy and shit. It was all good, man. It's good feels in that ring.
It's fantastic.
But man, yeah, this is us just starting. And right after that, I think we have one of the better matches of the night. Daniel Garcia versus Jon Moxley. Let me tell you, man, this is the version of Daniel Garcia that we've all wanted to see. Daniel Garcia was serious. He wasn't doing that dancing shit. He wasn't doing that Jericho Sports Entertainment shit that pretty much drug him down. Let's be real. Ever since he was in, the Jericho Appreciation Society or whatever, and was doing, like, all that sports entertainment shit, it kind of fucked him over. Like, screwed him up completely.
Yeah, it wasn't great. It was a really weird time for like everyone in that group because Anna Jay was out there wrestling a little bit more, but not doing what she's doing now. She's not wrestling as much now, but when she does, you can still tell how good she is now. Ty wasn't even wrestling at all.
Yeah.
Sammy was stuck. Like, it just wasn't a great fit for everybody. So it took a little while, but yeah, Garcia. This is the Garcia that we've wanted to see for a while now.
Yeah. And man, he was aggressive as fuck. He was putting it to John. I'll tell you that. But man, the end, Jon Moxley, he pulled it out. Got the pin for the win, but man, Danny Garcia, he was putting it on him. He was attacking that leg. He was putting the submissions on the leg. He was, he keeps going for his stupid finish though. That everybody knows how to counter. Dragon Tamer, man. Yeah. Stop doing that shit. Don't lean back. Just do the fucking cloverleaf, bro. Like, you're good. They can't get out of that one. But yeah, it was a good match, man. Like, it was a great way to start. Great first match for Dynamite. What did you think, man?
I thought this match was really good. Like, it was again, this was the Garcia that we wanted to see for a while. This should have been TNT champion Garcia.
Yeah.
Because he even talked about after the show, right? In like the little backstage comments, he talked about he was the only one that was really riding against Death Riders. Well, he said all the top guys, quote unquote, didn't really get into it when it wasn't about anything else other than titles. This is the Garcia we want to see. I don't know why it took so long. I don't know why he had to be moved out of the way like he was, but this is great, and we see it continue later on Collision. But we'll talk about that when we get there.
Oh yeah, Collision's even better. So we had the backstage segment. Mercedes Moné, she of course calls herself the global standard, and she pretty much throws out them threats to all the champions from AEW to CMLL everywhere. She's like, if you got a title, I'm coming for it. Pretty much. She gonna be a 50 belts Monet by the end of the year, bro. And then we go to our next match, which is Chris Statlander and Harley Cameron versus Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford. Man, look. Tag titles win. We getting a whole lot of new tag teams here, especially in the women's division.
Yeah, bro, just announce that shit, bro. We've been waiting. We've been waiting for too long. Just announce it.
Just announce it. Like, look, Statlander and Harley Cameron, as crazy as that team look, they look pretty good. Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford, they're developing every week.
Mm-hmm.
This match was fun. It was a good match. It was a lot of... it was weird, right? Like, most of the time, Statlander and Megan Bayne never went against each other. It was like the bigs versus the smalls the whole time.
I'm okay with that. I was okay with that.
No, which is fine. The smalls just got thrown around. They got ragdolled. But yeah, like, winners, of course, Penelope Ford got pinned. It was the, Statlander and Harley Cameron. They got the win. They got their first win as a tag team. So we'll see where that goes, man. But it was a pretty fun match. What did you think, man?
I thought the match was really good. This is the one thing I'm going to say before I go into the actual match. If we can have a men's tag team tournament where we have two teams announced and then it's filled out later, we could do the women's tag team title tournament.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, what are we waiting for? Why are we still waiting? These women... I'm happy that we are getting storylines without titles now, after 2 years of waiting, but these women need something to do. Megan Bayne should be a champion right now.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Statlander should be a champion right now.
Yep.
Like at some point, they need something else to do. And we know the titles, you said that they were made. Announce them at the end of this residency.
Mm-hmm.
Just do it. What would have been great was a title leading into all out. That would have been great, but
that would have been fantastic.
Yeah, just announce the titles. We know they're there. You said that they are there. Stop waiting. You have a lot of women that can wrestle. Yeah. We only need 2 solid teams for the finals. Let's go.
Right. Yeah.
Well, other than that, this match was great. Like, I really enjoyed a lot of the match.
Yeah, it was a fun match, man. Really fun match. Right after this, we got Mark Briscoe, and he's challenging Kyle Fletcher. He wants a shot at that TNT title. When that match happens, it's going to be a banger.
It's going to be so good.
Better be main event too. Better be the main event. But yeah, and then after he challenged Kyle Fletcher, he started talking shit about MJF.
Of course.
It's par for the course every week. And, he's trying to get himself in there and set himself up for some all out. So, more than likely we're going to see him versus Fletcher, and then MJF screws him over, but we'll see. And let's see, match 3, we had the Don Callis family, which was Okada, Takeshita, Hechicero, and Josh Alexander versus Jet Speed and Brodito. And look, man, this is like all-star talent right here. All-star. They should have just called this all-star tag match if they didn't already.
We get now that we get Kenny Omega in it next week, it's going to be the all-star.
Yeah. Look, Jet Speed did their thing. Brodito did their thing. Of course, because one part of Brodito is just wrestling out of his mind right now. Bandito. And on the other side, everybody else was wrestling out of their mind too. Shit, Josh Alexander. Don't sleep on Josh Alexander, folks.
We got to hear that walking weapon theme for the first time in a while.
I was so happy. Yeah, man. Like, don't sleep on Josh Alexander. Takeshita might have, hit the knee, but Josh Alexander got the pin. And then we got to hear that dope ass theme music again.
Do you know how stacked a faction has to be when one of your weak links is Josh fucking Alexander?
He's not even a weak link.
He's not even a weak link.
That's the thing. He's not the weak. He's not even a weak link. He's just like what. I don't know like best way to say it, but he's just like any one of those guys could be world champion. Okay, on that team.
Pretty much.
Right? Like Hechicero, he had a chance to be Ring of Honor world champion, but he couldn't get past the Bandito.
Had a match of the year contender easily.
Yeah, easily. But like, who doesn't love Hechicero? Who doesn't? I have to look at you sideways if you don't like Hechicero.
It is very weird if you don't like Hechicero. Very weird.
That guy's dope, man. I don't care what anybody says. And then you got Okada, Takeshita, and Josh Alexander. Like, what the fuck?
And can we talk about Takeshita and Okada having beef from moment one?
Yeah, and Josh Alexander had to break it up. See?
You know what? I call him the weak link. Josh Alexander's the glue guy. He's the one keeping all the people together.
He kept the team together. He kept them together so they can get the win, okay? But man, no, that match was a damn good match. Like, look, I might even say it was match of the night, probably.
I'm trying to think of what the other matches were on the show, and I think it was. Well,
actually, no. Main event was pretty fucking good.
Yeah, Darby Claudio. Yeah.
Yeah, Darby Claudio. But I would put this as the second best match of the night. Damn good. Oh, shit. Okay, 2A and 2B. 2A is Moxley and Garcia. 2B is that match.
I mean, this is definitely a Dynamite that did not have a bad match. So, or even low key didn't even have a bad segment. Like, to me, there wasn't even a bad segment this week. No,
the segments were all good.
Yeah.
Oh, one of my favorite segment is like after this trios titles match. So it was a good match overall. What did you think of the Don Callison versus Jet Speed and Brodito, man?
I thought the match was really good. Like, we're getting a lot of people are really weird about these multi-women tag matches. Let me tell y'all, Tony Khan has basically stolen the storytelling from New Japan. This is what they do. New Japan, well, I'm not going to just say New Japan. I'm going to say that because I'm a fan, and it makes New Japan sound even better. So I'm going to keep on saying it like I was saying it. New Japan, whenever they do stories, they're the only people who do this, by the way, ever. No one else has ever done this. Proffitt, don't say anything. No one else has ever done this before. But the way storytelling happens in, like, other places outside of America is they have these multi-man, multi-women tag matches that have a lot of pieces together that tell stories.
Yep.
A lot of stories here. The story between Takeshita and Okada. You have Josh Alexander being the glue guy. That could be his own little thing, right? Yep. You had Hechicero and Bandito. Their face-off before their world title match. Brody King and Bandito are the new champions. Jet Speed have already talked about wanting to be AEW World Tag Team Champions. There are a lot of stories here. And I think the problem is if you only watch wrestling in America, and by only watch wrestling in America, I'm talking about watching like the mainstream stuff, you don't see this. But this is how storytelling is done in most other places in wrestling. Yes. You have all your people in a match. They wrestle. They have a great match. and the story continues in the ring. A lot of people just aren't used to that for some reason.
You know the reason why.
I know the reason. I don't want to say it because I don't want to give them. I don't want to give them anything.
We know the reason why.
People have been indoctrinated to thinking that there's only one way to tell stories in professional wrestling. There are a lot. That's why it's great that not only AEW but like New Japan, Stardom, DPW, Defy, all of them exist because they all tell stories in their own way.
Yes.
Because there are more than one way to tell a story in wrestling. That's it.
I agree.
New Japan did it first though. I'm kidding.
Look, New Japan and CMLL, like, shit. Watch CMLL. They'll fucking really like have an aneurysm because they do 12-man tags, bro.
All the time.
All the time. So
and you want to talk? You think people in AEW fly around a lot?
Yeah. Watch a CMLL show.
God, which low key have also been contenders for like show of the year because those shows in CMLL, we're not gonna talk about too hard, but those shows in CMLL over like the last like 6 months, sold out Arena Mexico every week, 3 times a week. They're going crazy over there right now.
After that partnership, man. And because you see, like, you'll have Ring of Honor guys over there all the time now. Some AEW guys show up there. New Japan guys are showing up there now. Like,
Suji was just there recently. We just got Josh Alexander, or not Josh Alexander. We just got Speedball Mike Bailey versus Mystico. Yeah. Like a couple days ago. That's why that partnership works in wrestling. It's easier when it's you can take a plane and you're in the other city in a couple hours.
Yep. But yeah, that partnership is working for everybody.
Yeah, it is.
There is we'll talk about it a little later, but there is one part of the partnership that needs to, and I think we talked about it a little bit last week. No, fuck it, I'll talk about it right now. There's one part of the partnership that needs to actually, like, deliver to the other parts, right? And that is, AEW is going to have to come up off of a title. To one of the partnerships. I don't care which partnership it is, whether it's New Japan or something like that, but you need to put an AEW title over in one of the companies, because the AEW guys are always winning their titles, but they're not winning any of the AEW titles. So that's for me to fully feel like this is the 100% partnership and 100% deal and stuff like that. We need, like, I don't care what title it is. Shit. Strip Okada of the international title, since you guys are using continental title rules anyway. Strip him of the international title, hold a big tournament, have a New Japan or CMLL guy win the tournament, and become the new international champion. And then they're defending that, make it a true international championship by having them, when they have their shows out here, have their shows in Japan, they're defending that title like everywhere, right? And then maybe they lose it at CMLL. And then CMLL, they're going everywhere, and then, it comes back to AEW. AEW guy wins, and then he goes on, make it the true international title, right? I think that would just cement, like, the partnership even more.
I'm in full agreement. Like, we've seen CMLL people win. I think the only time that we've ever seen, like, a title from, like, AEW verse move over is when a wrestler in CMLL won the TV title. That was it. It was like Atlantis Jr., right? Atlantis Jr. was
Ring of Honor TV champion.
Yeah, and that's it. That's the only one I can think of. There might be a couple more, but it's only for sure been Ring of Honor. Like we said last week, you brought it up. Like the trios titles would have been perfect. But you lose to Bullet Club War Dogs, they take them back to Japan. Merge them with the Never Sixers, because I'll be real, the 6-man divisions in AEW and AEW and New Japan are not great.
Right.
You merge them together, add CMLL into there, where you can get a bunch of trios easily.
Oh yeah.
Have those be the titles that go around the world, because Lord knows we just started focusing on the trios titles again in the last week. it would have been great, but who knows? You know, I fully agree with you, Profit. Like, at some point, like, a title needs to go away from AEW into another company.
Yes, because, look, we have, like, Mercedes. She holds, like, 10 titles, right?
Mm-hmm. 9 belts Monet.
But, yeah. Which is, there's no issue with that. I don't have any issue with that. But it'd just be nice to see, like, oh, someone from CMLL has taken the international title. Oh, be like, oh shit, okay, it's going around now. That would be nice to see.
Yeah, at this point, it's been so long that it just doesn't feel like it's gonna happen anytime soon. There have been opportunities, but yeah. I just don't think that they're gonna pull the trigger for some reason. Like, we're about to get to a point where Takeshita is most likely going to win the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, which means that would have been 2 AEW wrestlers. Well, again, people are like, oh, Takeshita has a contract in New Japan also, but it's not the same. That's 2 AEW people that have won the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship by itself right there.
Right.
I'm not saying that, like, give up the AEW World title. I'm not saying that, but something, right? It would be nice to... It would be nice to see, like a Drilla Maloney be TNT champion for, like, a month, you know?
Yeah.
Something. I would like to see Shuri be TBS champion. Like, anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, so that's, for me, that's the one thing that has to happen in AEW. They're going to have to give up a title or two. To their partners.
Lord knows they have enough on the men's side that one can go away for like a month and be okay.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'd be totally fine. Like, you got the international just sitting there. That's a beautiful title just sitting there.
Just if they're not going to use it, yeah, I agree with you. If they're not going to use it, just give it somebody else for a little bit.
Because we know they don't want to make Okada lose, right? So it's fine. Just strip him of the title and just have them, have that title everywhere.
That's it.
Yep. But speaking of the trios titles the next match is the trios. Is a trios title match between the Ops and Ricochet and the Gates of Agony. This was a fun match, man. Like, look, we at one point where Hobbs just destroyed all three of them. Hobbs killed everybody, as he should every week. But Ricochet and the Gates of Agony, they did get an opportunity, but MVP interrupted and hit him with his cane and knocked Ricochet off the top rope. And, they all took advantage. And the Ops won. So, Ricochet might have had his beef with MVP and crew for embarrassing him because, Lord knows Ricochet holds grudges. But now they have a pissed off set of guys in the Hurt Syndicate that are ready to maul them. You hear that Hurt Syndicate music, it's gonna be a long night for you. It's gonna be a real long night. But yeah, man, like, what do you think about, like, our, it's already happening now, about the Gates of Agony and Ricochet getting into it with the Hurt Syndicate?
I'm not gonna lie. I would have liked if we had the trios titles involved in this. And this is gonna sound weird coming from me, because I want Katsuyori Shibata to hold a title at all times. I want Powerhouse Hobbs to hold a title at all times. I want Samoa Joe to hold a title at all times.
Right.
But I think I'm kind of ready to move on with them from the trios titles. Mm-hmm. I guess it's about to turn to a thing of what I want, and what I want does not matter at all. But it would be really nice to see the Ops go into the Hook storyline. I don't want them to just be separated. There has to be, like, some kind of resolution from Hook, because now Hook is back, right? So at some point he has to interact again with the Ops, because last time he did, he walked away from Samoa Joe trying to tell him to come into the ring at All In, or whatever show that. I think it was All In. No, it wasn't All In. I forget where it was. But we had that. So I would like to see that happen, and it would have been great to see Ricochet and Gates of Agony as champions going up against the Syndicate and having like a nice little beef for the trios titles. That would have been great, but you know, it is what it is. The match was great though. I enjoyed the match heavily. I thought the match was fantastic.
Yeah, match was great. There was nothing wrong with the match at all.
No,
I just think it's interesting that now we got it's in full swing. The Gates of Ricochet and the Gates of Agony in the Hurt Syndicate.
This is the first time that the Syndicate's like actions have come back onto them now. Like this is the first time because we were waiting for Swerve, we were waiting for Private Party, we were waiting for the Outrunners. No one really came back at the Syndicate until Ricochet did, and Ricochet took time to find like the whole story it's just when you think about the story, it's great. Ricochet was trying to get titles. Eventually, he was like, okay, I know I need a group. He gets the Gates. And honestly, like one of the first things he does with the Gates is go at the Syndicate. Because they haven't been together for that long. So, it's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty interesting because like not only does he go after the Gates, but he pretty much goes after everybody. Right, except for Swerve, he doesn't go after Swerve anymore.
No,
he's like, "Fuck that! I don't want any piece of that." Or maybe he'll get back at Swerve later. Who knows, right? Mm-hmm. But yeah, and because he went after AR Fox. He went after who else did he go after? Well, he's going after the Syndicate now, but he went after one more person after AR Fox.
He's had like since what happened with the Syndicate, he's had a lot. Like it was Swerve. Yeah. AR Fox, Blake Christian, and I almost said Lee Moriarty. Right. Blake Christian and Lee Johnson.
Yeah,
like he's gone at a couple people, and it feels like now looking at where he is now, it feels like all of this led up to him being prepared to go at the Syndicate.
Right, because that's like no small task right there.
It took him a long time to really get his like aggression up because. You can see it as he was going. His aggression got more like you can consider this like a very long storyline of him getting ready to beef with the Syndicate. You really can.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because when he first got in when he was trying to get into the Syndicate, that was him like when he first turned heel. He was first finding his heelish ways with the scissors. And that was when he was pretty much going at Swerve at that point. And then he started getting embarrassed. And then everybody started embarrassing him.
Right? Yeah, the toilet paper, the bald, all that stuff.
Yep. So it was just a culmination of everything that happened. Damn good.
Very good.
So right after this is probably my favorite promo segment of the night. We had Cope and Christian doing their thing in the ring. They challenged FTR to a match at All Out. And at one point, FTR came out, they started talking, started trying to talk, and then Christian Cage went into full Christian Cage mode. Copeland tried to stop him, but he's like, you know what? You guys are sickos anyway. Here you go. Here you go, Christian. He started talking about his father. So, man, and then, a little brawl went out, and, there was that. But it was a damn good segment, man. It was fun. Like, Cope and Christian back together in this new dynamic. I like the new dynamic. I like they didn't just go back into, Edge and Christian back in the day. I like the new dynamic of, they're older men now. They're, they got their own dynamics going on. So, yeah. So, what did you think, man?
People called us crazy when we said it.
Uh-huh.
They're just going to go back to doing what they were doing.
Nope.
No, of course they weren't. Why would Christian give this up? Why would Christian give up being his own man that he's been for like a few years just to re-team and do the same thing that he did before? No. This is the most interesting version of this. You don't want to go back to why'd you want to go back to 1990, 1999, 2005? Why you want to do that?
Yeah.
You knew people that was 20 years ago. This is great. Also, FTR had like the most heat. People hated them in there. FedEx guy, shout out to FedEx guy.
The FedEx guy got in his face, bro. And we're not even talking about on Collision.
Dax, you not to mess with that black woman. I'll tell you that much.
Oh no, when she got up, he was like, "Oh shit,
My bad. I apologize.
I apologize. I am sorry."
I've seen the error of my ways.
Dax's life flashed before his eyes. Oh man, but yeah, great segment. Great to see. I want to see more of this. This feud going on. It's a pretty damn fun feud. So next up, Wheeler Yuta gets in the ring and is talking a whole lot of trash. But then we see the Hook symbol in the air. And look who's back. Hook with the new theme song that almost sounds like some Frank Sinatra stuff. Mm-hmm. Which I found out why there's a change in the theme song. Action Bronson's a fucking dumbass. That's why. And Hook comes in and, looked like Hook lifted some weights while he was gone. He came back and wrecked Wheeler Yuta. Put him into submission and, got out of the ring. Just as fast as he got in. So Hook is back. So all right, what do you think, man? What did you think?
Man, all right. First off, that theme for Hook screams bad guy to me.
Yes. You know what it reminds me of?
What does it remind you of?
I hear it, and it reminds me of Fallout.
Yeah, you know what? That's good. That's good.
Right?
Hook? Oh, go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead, man.
Hook is going to be a villain.
Yeah.
It's right. It's written. It's already written in stone. That I can already see it. I can see it right now. All out buy-in. The ops versus a team. I don't know what team. I know what team I would want it to be, but I'm not going to put that out in the ether right now because I don't want that to be stolen. But ops are out there. They're about to win, and then the song comes on, and it's just Hook walking out like how he walked out on Dynamite, causing the distraction. The ops lose. He slides into the ring, knocks out Samoa Joe, and then dips out of there before Shibata and Hobbs can get on him.
Yeah,
I can see the vision right now. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the new theme. I thought it was just a nice way to reintroduce Hook.
Yeah, well, the reason behind it, you guys want to know the reason, is because Action Bronson talked trash about the locker room.
Really?
Yes. He was talking about, there was a lot of cliques in the locker room. There was, he wasn't really friends with anybody. It's like, have you ever been to a locker room before, bro?
Probably not.
Have you ever been inside any type of locker room? Like, look, there might be cliques and all that shit, but, you're an outsider coming in, right? So, of course, they don't know, one, they don't know you. Two, they don't know how you want to act, right? So, if you're going to just go and flat out start talking shit and talking about how you didn't feel part of the locker room and shit like that, you're not going to, right? Unless you wrestled with them, unless you pull that Paul Walter Hauser stuff that we saw in the Ring of Honor pay-per-view.
Yeah, we've seen Action Bronson wrestle. That ain't happening.
Yeah, that ain't happening. So, look, they pretty much, like, after, Hook was gone and they're like, yo, it probably came to, like, hey, pick a different theme song, Hook. We ain't using Action Bronson no more. Look, you talk about the locker room. If you've ever been in a locker room, yeah, everybody might be divided in a locker room. But if you talk about the locker room as a whole, the motherfuckers will unite at once. They will form Voltron and fuck you up. That's just how locker rooms work.
I don't think it's not just locker rooms. It happens everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go where there's a group of people, that happens. Like, it's not even just like a locker room thing. You can go anywhere. It happens everywhere. Remember, Y'all remember in school? Did everyone eat together in one big happy circle? No.
Hell no.
Like, come on. Like, it's real life. Stop being weird. That's life.
Well, no. So a lot of times it's like people that come in that have egos want. I guess he didn't get the ass kissing that he wanted, right? He wanted his ego constantly stroked, and they didn't do it.
Yeah, fuck that, bro.
Who the fuck are you? You're in our locker room. You with us. We don't look. You're new to a locker room. They don't necessarily have to gravitate to you. Most of the times they don't even care, right? Yeah. So I don't know, man. Like that's what it feels like. Like after you read the comments and shit, and he was saying about the AEW locker room and stuff like that. I was like, oh, okay, that's why Hook's theme song is completely different now.
Bro,
you know what? I like his new theme song.
I like it too. Just be a damn adult. Like if you really want to talk to people that bad and you're in the locker room, go introduce yourself. Stop being all high and mighty.
Yeah, or just stop acting like, look, you're Action Bronson, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. You're Action Bronson.
The Action Bronson, exactly. You're fucking Action Bronson, bro.
Like people underground and shit might know you. Not everybody knows you. It's not like when Rick Ross was in there, right? Everybody knows who the fuck Rick Ross is.
Also, Rick Ross was hilarious.
Yeah, Rick Ross was great.
Accusations. False accusations. You didn't do anything like that. You did nothing memorable, Action Bronson. Your best song is with Mac Miller. And Mac Miller's been dead for a very long time. Rest in peace, Mac Miller.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Please.
Just saying. I didn't know what he expected.
See,
but that's why Hook has a new theme song.
People are weird. People get all these weird ego trips for some reason. I don't know why. It's just weird.
Yeah. But anyways, let's get to the main event. So our main event was Falls Count Anywhere. It's exactly how you think the match is exactly how you think it went. We had Darby Allin versus Claudio Castagnoli in a Falls Count Anywhere match. The match started with Claudio was about to come in, and Darby Allin immediately attacks him from outside. They're not even in the ring, and they start fighting around the arena. Look, they did an ECW tribute in there, so it's a tribute to like two things that happened to ECW, and both of them involve Spike Dudley. Mike Awesome tossing Spike Dudley out of the ring, and Bam Bam Bigelow tossing Spike Dudley out of the ring. Like picking him up the exact same way Claudio picked up Darby Allin and launching them through a table. They did that in the ECW arena. Well, 2300 arena in Philly. Fucking excellent. But yeah, this match went exactly how you went. Darby Allin got the win after pinning Claudio, but he was a crash test dummy the whole time. Claudio destroyed him, dude. Those matches are always vicious. Like Claudio just like goes, Darby goes, all right, give me all you got. Claudio's like, okay. Just wrecks Darby Allin the whole match. And then Darby wins. But
old school Darby Allin, he's back.
He's back. And I saw a thing, I replied to a thing on Blue Sky. A guy was like, yeah, well, it's kind of like, the Mikey Whipwrecks and Spike Dudley matches, but I added on there. There's a big difference, though. Mikey Whipwreck lost, to go, if we want to go through the history of Mikey Whipwreck, he was a trainee, and they literally beat the shit out of him every match. And he lost every match, right? They hazed him for like 3 years straight. And then he finally won. Like, he didn't even really win. He just got thrown on top of somebody. He just got the shit beat out of him and thrown on top of somebody. But he loses all the time. And then Spike Dudley, he gets killed and loses all the time, right? Darby Allin will get destroyed the same way and win. He'll just come out and win. And that's exactly what happened. But what did you think about the match, man?
I thought the match was fantastic. It was I don't know what I expected going in, because we haven't seen Darby do like Darby things outside of the steel cage match. We haven't seen Darby really do Darby things in a while. It just I really enjoyed the match. Like this made me remember why I miss Darby Allin. As much as I've talked about Darby Allin in the lifespan of this podcast, I miss that little motherfucker, man. A lot. It was nice to see him, and it was great to see him get the win.
Yeah. I think it like a long time ago, I think I saw somebody say, Darby Allin is the best TV wrestler. And I could see it. There's a reason why. Because he does everything in a match, right? He gets annihilated during the match. And then he always has to come back. And then he either wins or loses, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you can always guarantee he's going to do it in spectacular fashion.
Oh, always. Always.
So, yeah, it's great, man. Like, but this episode of Dynamite as a whole, I don't think there was any misses in this episode. What did you think, man?
It felt like everyone in there felt the spirits of the 2300 arena in that history, and they went crazy because everyone just felt it just felt like everyone was like on another level on this episode. Everyone just felt really motivated. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I'm hard pressed to find episodes where people weren't motivated this year, but this is those ones that really stand out because everyone was on their P's and Q's doing, honestly, everything. It to me kind of over delivered. We didn't even talk about the MJF promo, right?
Yeah,
where MJF also went kind of crazy in that promo, also over delivered. Like it was a really fun night. Like I just really enjoyed Dynamite this week.
Yeah, Dynamite was excellent. You know, it's kind of like it's an interesting thing when you talk. It brought a thing in my mind when you talked about arenas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And people go to a certain arena and then all of a sudden they're just on point. They wrestle differently. I would like to liken it to like whenever you see Kenny Omega in the Tokyo Dome.
Bro. Yeah, we talked about the Gabe Kidd match earlier. Exactly.
Kenny Omega in the Tokyo Dome, whatever's ailing him, whatever the problem is, it's gone. He's just a different animal in the Tokyo Dome.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't matter. Kenny Omega in the Tokyo Dome is like literally the greatest wrestler of all time. He's just a different animal. And yeah, and I feel that way like with the 2300 arena. That's like a home plate. Like the way AEW is, because AEW is, you know, ECW with a ton more money, right?
Mm-hmm.
In actual production and stuff like that. They, you know, and they actually pay the wrestlers. You know, there's that too. But so like them going to 2300 arena is fitting, right? It feels right. It just feels right. They check all the boxes, in my opinion.
Yeah, I fully agree. It just, I can't even say it better, Proffitt. That was great. That was great.
So with that, we had a fantastic Dynamite, but I think Lionel's going to hit us with that fantastic collision that happened too.
It was so good this week. Also, it was live. It was the day after the Ring of Honor pay-per-view. We didn't really have anything announced until Saturday. We had one match announced. And that was low-key the match that I was like, might have been the weakest of the card, actually. But we will talk about it as we go. We have to start, though, with Daniel Garcia versus Blake Christian. I'm going to talk about the end first, and then I'm going to circle back because the beginning of the match was very interesting. Garcia beat Blake Christian with the pile driver. At this point, like you already said, you already had the cloverleaf as being his finisher. If you want like a quote unquote strike or like move finisher, pile driver. Just make it the pile driver. It's fine. Before the match though, Jon Moxley got up on the apron and was whispering something to Garcia. And Daddy Magic was not happy. He was like, "What is going on? Like why? What?" And then Garcia was a little bit more physical. But then after the match, Garcia challenged Moxley to a rematch that we're going to be getting on Collision. But Wheeler Yuta accepted on Jon Moxley's behalf, which was a little weird. But that's really it. Proffitt, what did you think about the match?
Oh, the match was good, and it goes back to what I was, I was hinting at before. This is the Danny Garcia we've been waiting to see. You know, he's more aggressive. He's more, I don't know, more Red Death-like Danny Garcia. So I can't wait to see more where this goes in, his next match with Moxley. How's that going to go? Is he going to win this time, or is he going to just get that close again?
I have an idea. Do you remember that match with Wheeler Yuta and Moxley where Yuta was like bleeding buckets and then joined the BCC?
Yep.
I see it happening.
It feels very similar, right? Like,
yeah.
Because Moxley's whole thing is he can't work with anybody he hasn't bled with.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to bleed before you get into the Death Riders, and that's what's going to happen.
And Mox has been kind of open. Like, you see it with Statlander, right? Like what the comment said earlier today. Like, yeah. You see with Statlander, he's also being kind of nice to Statlander also. It would make sense if they, even if they weren't to join soon, it makes sense that Moxley's eyeing them. Next up, we're going to talk about a segment and a match. We had a backstage with the conglomeration. Roderick Strong is not happy with this whole conglomeration foolishness right now. Mm-hmm. Kyle O'Reilly has a chance to wrestle Kyle Fletcher, because after, well, I'm going to talk about it after, we're going to get Kyle Fletcher and Josh Alexander versus Kyle O'Reilly and Tomohiro Ishii. Roddy was like, you're tagging with him and not me after what I said about getting my hands on Fletcher? And Kyle was acting like weirder than usual. Like, Roddy did like the yell Kyle, and Kyle didn't react. He's like, hey, I'm talking to you. Like, it was really weird. Roddy walks off. Kyle O'Reilly talks about getting his chance, and then we move on to Kyle Fletcher and Josh Alexander versus Kyle O'Reilly and Tomohiro Ishii. Again, we hear the walking weapon theme because Josh Alexander hits Ishii with a modified C4 spike. Instead of doing like the J Driller style, he had Ishii like just bound and hit him with the spike. Interesting way to make it a little bit different. Like, I want to see will we get more of that. During the match, though, Josh Alexander was like kind of, and this is not me being biased to the second Canadian GOAT, but Josh Alexander was trying to get some heel heat and everything in this match too, tagging out Kyle Fletcher early. Like, he hit the low blow on Ishii before he hit the C4 spike. Like, I think he's acclimated. I think he's very used to being Don Kyle's family now. Mm-hmm. After the match, Roddy came out and tried to pull Kyle away from Ishii because Ishii just got destroyed. But that wasn't happening. Proffitt, what were your thoughts on the segment and the match?
The segment was good. Kyle O'Reilly is acting like, let's see. Kyle O'Reilly has always been weird, right? So he is acting like NXT Kyle O'Reilly, like towards the late end of his run. Mm-hmm. After he was pretty much world champion Kyle O'Reilly. This is what he's acting like right now. Or NXT champion Kyle O'Reilly. Which is like, it's pretty much the same way. He's just weird and all over the place. Weird and ADHD, right? But eventually Kyle's gonna turn, man, because something's gonna happen and it's gonna piss him off, and he's just gonna abandon the conglomeration, and then him and Roddy are just gonna have a run. It's gonna happen. We just gotta find out how it's gonna happen.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. Like, right now, it feels like I almost said Fletcher. O'Reilly and Roddy are just kind of like not on the same island right now. Like, once Adam Cole went down, it feels like they just haven't been on the same page. Even with a couple of matches, right? We've seen it in a couple of their matches where their communication isn't on point either. Mm-hmm. So something's going on. Like, they're either gonna turn away, or like you said, they're gonna turn together and go somewhere. But we'll see. Yeah,
but if they turn away and we get a Roddy Strong Singles run with getting a title or some type, oh yeah, I'm here for it.
I would, again, this will be another case for the International Championship.
Yeah,
put it right back on Kyle O'Reilly, or not Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Reilly and Roddy Strong, actually, they both can do it.
Yeah.
Next up, we talked about it earlier in the podcast. Jamie Hayter and Tekla was beating the shit out of each other backstage. Security came and tried to break it up. Tekla was beating them off, and then, Tekla was fighting them off. And then Tekla flies off of the little landing ramp onto Jamie Hayter. They are still fighting, and they break up. It was crazy. After this, we have another segment where we have Kip Sabian, Mother Wayne, and Luchasaurus. Notably, they did not say Luchasaurus' name in this segment at all. Mm-hmm. No kill switch, no nothing. They're beefing. Kip and Luchasaurus are beefing. We already saw it from Forbidden Door. It is continuing. And we actually got to see Kip's injury. Like, his eye looks awful.
Yeah, he got fucked up.
I still don't know how his face exploded from a tag like that. Like I tried to look to see like if he like grazed his face. He must have, but it didn't look like it. He had to have.
I have no idea, dude. Like, he tagged and his face just... the pressure from Luchasaurus's tag made his face explode.
And I tried to see if there was like a scratch or something. It didn't look like Luchasaurus got that close to his face. It looked like he just hit his chest and his eye exploded. But do you have any thoughts on I should say Mother Wayne was able to get them to stop, and Mother Wayne didn't say anything to Luchasaurus, but she just kind of like stared at him. Luchasaurus was just kind of looking back. So something is going on. What are your thoughts on these two segments?
I thought the segment was good. I think, look, Jack Perry's coming back at some point. As soon as he comes back, him and Luchasaurus or Killswitch, they're getting back together and they're going to start wrecking house. I feel like that's what's going to happen.
Heel Jurassic Express.
They probably won't call it Jurassic Express again, but yeah. they're both coming out of the ice cream truck and ready to kill people. That's pretty much what's going to happen. But yeah, I think this is like temporary until Nick Wayne comes back. And once Nick Wayne is back, then, Luchasaurus is going to go on his way, and then him and Jack Perry are going to probably feud with Kip and Nick Wayne.
I can see it. I can see it happening.
Yep.
Next up, we had some graps. We had real graps here.
Yep.
We had Jay Lethal versus Hologram.
Hell yeah.
Hologram did win this match with the Portal Bomb, but the way that this match was like held was like kind of gritty. Like until that first commercial break, things kind of felt a little off, right? Like Hologram like slammed his face into the mat twice, and he slammed his face into like the middle turnbuckle that one time. Mm-hmm. I thought Hologram was like concussed. Like I'm not gonna hold you. Like I don't know what was happening. Yeah. Especially that first one where Hologram hit his face on the mat real hard. Mm-hmm. That shit looked crazy. But I think it ended up being more intended because the match was kind of gritty the entire time. And it wasn't like... I'm not going to say sloppy because sloppy is not the right word. But after that first commercial break, you could tell everything that they were doing was like intentional with how they were being like real gritty. Also, Jay Lethal was one of the best wrestlers on the planet. So I don't even know why I doubted him to begin with. But it was like a struggle, and it was a really different type of Hologram match that I feel like people like Jay Lethal can give him. It was a fantastic match. Mm-hmm. Like I said, Hologram did win with the Portal Bomb, but afterwards, we got that error code again. The Hologram sequence was trying to initiate. The lights were all flashing in the 2300 arena, and then we see on the TV that we got an error message and clone activated, and we had a red Hologram show up. And Hologram was in the ring. He was like holding his head. Like he was hurting. Mm-hmm. So we have El Clone. Proffitt, what are your thoughts on the match and the segment after?
So I think the match was good. Like, him and Jay Lethal, they did their thing. The end though, like the interesting thing was they were cutting the music in and out. His whole theme song was just cut in and out the whole time. Yep. And then it popped up with the Hologram clone thing. And then even after that, they were cutting the music in and out while he was still in the ring. Like, there was some shit going on, So I thought that was cool. Yeah, it was good all around.
Fantastic. Next up, we had a quick video package basically summarizing what's happening between Ricochet and the Gates of Agony and his Hurt Syndicate. Fantastic video package. Yeah. After that, we get Alex Windsor versus Ashley Fox. Very quick work for Alex Windsor. Like, I don't even think it was like 3 minutes. It was quick. Knocked her out of here. And then we got a promo from Alex Windsor talking bad about Mercedes. Because Mercedes was talking real spicy about Alex Windsor on Dynamite.
Yep, she brought up Ospreay.
Mm-hmm. Alex Windsor was not having any of it. So she challenged Mercedes. She's like, hey, you want to do this? Let's do this. Let's fight. And we got it announced that we're going to be getting this TBS Championship match on Wednesday. Proffitt, what are your thoughts?
I have a weird feeling.
You think it's going to happen too?
I think it's going to happen.
Low key. So, okay. I'm yelling. I apologize.
You're excited.
I had that feeling too. Once I saw that promo, I was like, is Alex Windsor gonna? I was like, no, there's no way, because in my mind they want Mercedes to beat the record from Jade, and she's still like 60 days, something like that out. Mm-hmm. She got some time, but I'm looking at the promo. I was like, she could do it. I mean, she did tap out. Like, she talked about it. She also made Mercedes tap out during the match at Forbidden Door. Yeah. So it's there. Yep. It's a possibility.
It's there. Like, either it's gonna run their feud is gonna run up to that point where Monet like gets past that point, or she's going to win, right? Or either that or she's going to win, because I think Mercedes is going. Well, I don't think she's going to back to CMLL yet, because Persephone just challenged her for the TBS Championship also. Mm-hmm. So it would be Windsor going in the place of Mercedes if that was the case, if she answered or not, if that's happening. Yeah, I'm not sure, man. Like, I think it could happen. I have a feeling it could happen. I'm just going to say I wouldn't be surprised if it did happen, if Windsor comes out the TBS champion.
I can see it. I see it. I don't know. I also see it too. I don't know. We'll have to see what's going to happen on Wednesday.
Yeah. If she doesn't come out TBS champion, we know they're waiting until she gets past Jade, right?
Yeah. I think I'm with you. Like, if Windsor doesn't beat Mercedes, they're waiting for the Jade title reign to end.
But at the same time, they don't even have to go that far, right? Because, look, if you look at the level of competition between both title reigns, Mercedes' title reign is superior in every way.
Literally.
Right? Like Jade's title reign was just squash matches, right? Mm-hmm. Like, that was it. Mercedes' title reign is all contenders, all world champion level contenders across the world. There's no comparison, and they're not like 5-minute squash matches. They're like 30-minute to an hour bangers every time. Mm-hmm. So, like, Jade's title reign is just already a joke, like, in comparison. Like, it's not even close. She doesn't even need to do the whole, go past Jay's title reign or whatever. It's just already superior. It's actually a real world title. You might as well call the TBS Championship a world title at this moment, but it's pretty much a superior title reign from front to back. Period.
It's crazy that the TBS Championship has only had 5 women as champions.
Yep.
It's crazy, but so I looked it up. Mercedes is at 458 days as of right now. Uh-huh. Jade's is 508. So it would be less than 2 months if they really wanted to wait.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like if they really want to do it, have it be a moment in London, right? If it's going to be Alex Windsor. Mm-hmm. But I guess it really just depends on what they want to do with the TBS Championship. Like, do they want to make Mercedes the longest reigning or not? But I fully agree with you though. At this point, I don't think that number would even matter, because Mercedes has elevated that title leaps and bounds. Is right on par with the world championships. Yeah,
it's a second world championship. It's a second women's world championship if you look at it right now. It's just as prestigious. It's actually even more, because it's only have 5 holders.
Yeah. I didn't realize it was just 5 people. I didn't realize it was 5 women until I looked at the thing. Jade, Statlander, Julia Hart, Willow, and Mercedes. That's literally it.
But look at that line of who's held it, though. Minus Jade.
No.
I'm sorry. Out of all of them, Jade has the worst run. Out of all of them. The other ones were short.
It was the inaugural too, and it was long as hell. I like Jade though, so
I don't know. Look, I have no problems with Jade, but when Jade started talking shit and it's still terrible, then talking about all the, she actually has a training facility to go to now and to train and all that shit, and she still looks like shit. I can't help it, dude.
I think she looks worse than she did in AEW. If I'm being honest.
No, she looks like shit. She was at least looking better when towards the end of her AEW run, especially her last match against Statlander. Well, it was against Statlander though, but yeah, those last few matches she had were great when she was on her way to WWE. Once she got there, with all that training, so-called training, it just looked like garbage the whole time. She's not good. Like, I'm sorry. Like, in comparing to some of the other women that have held the TBS championships. Sure, she held it for the longest, but it wasn't great. It wasn't a great run. It was just squash matches. Yeah. It was 10-minute matches versus, you look at the Mercedes run and all those matches, like 99% of those matches were bangers. I can't point out. I'm not sure I can point out like a real terrible one other than in that 1%, that 0.1 was with Britt Baker, right? That was the worst match she had.
And let's be real, I don't blame that on Mercedes at all.
No, that was because of Britt Baker.
Mercedes did everything. Look, you can still be the greatest wrestler on the planet, but you can't carry dead weight.
Right, and even Britt Baker admitted that she was the bad link of that match. Okay, so
yes,
we'll just but that was Mercedes' worst match was as TBS champion with Britt Baker. It wasn't because of Mercedes.
But yeah, we're gonna have to see what happens. I don't know where we're gonna go. I would not be surprised either way, is what I'll say.
Yeah.
Next up, we had a segment with Mark Briscoe and Don Callis. Don Callis said, "Look, we're busy. If you want to challenge Kyle, sure, but you have to beat." Well, he even say this. It's that you have to wrestle one of the many members of the Don Callis family. Is what he said.
Yeah,
it's probably gonna be Trent Araki. Honestly, we'll see. I'm gonna guess.
If it's a quick loss, yeah, it's Rocky Romero. But
yeah, Rocky, yeah. If
he's trying to, him up and stuff like that, it's going to be Lance Archer.
Yeah. Where's Brian Cage at? Is he?
He's still hurt.
He's still hurt.
He's still recovering and in rehab.
Oh God. Okay, so it's not going to be a surprise. All right. Yeah. I mean, there's 15 people it could be, so who knows? We'll find out when they wrestle. I'm guessing it's going to happen on Collision.
But in the case that Brian Cage comes back, we get the Murder Machines back.
Yeah.
And that makes me happy.
Mm-hmm. And then Don Callis family will be at full power again.
Well, almost full power. We're missing one more guy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
See,
Mark Davis.
You forgot about him.
Mark Davis. No.
You forgot about Mark Davis.
No, I forgot he was. I forgot he was in the family because he was like hesitant for a little bit. So yeah, almost full power. Oh, you have any thoughts on that segment?
I thought it was a good segment. I thought it was like Mark Briscoe is the man, dude. Like, and I cannot wait for that match. It's probably going to be at All Out, but I can't wait for that match because they're going to tear the house down, man. Mm-hmm. Him and Kyle Fletcher.
It will be really good. It would be a really good title match because they have I mean, we know the history. Like, they have been for over the last year since the Continental Classic.
Yep.
They've had some damn matches.
Yes, sir.
So we'll see how that goes.
Especially the Continental Classic match. That's where Briscoe really took off, and actually Kyle Fletcher at the same time. He took off, and he went even further after that match.
Mm-hmm. It worked out for both of them, and they had that match after on Collision that was also fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah, it should definitely be a pay-per-view match. I think they deserve it. Next up, we had FTR versus JD Drake and Adam Priest. People must really like Adam Priest.
Adam Priest is dope, dude.
I don't see it yet.
Crash Holly is good, man.
I don't see it yet. But they did have a really good match. I thought this was gonna be like a really quick squash. It was not. Mm-hmm. We got a few minutes out of this match. Very good. Dax stole a move from Lee Moriarty and used the Border City stretch to make Adam Priest tap out. Mm-hmm. It was a very good match overall. Afterwards, FTR talked shit about Copeland Christian, as they do. And also, again, FTR is the most hated people in the 2300 arena. You already talked about it. We already talked about it earlier. But they were out there heckling with the crowd. Dax got into the face of a black man. A black woman stood up and Dax said, "Oh, my bad." I apologize for every bad thing that I've done in the last 6 months, but it was fun. Do you have any thoughts on this match?
I thought it was great. You know what, JD Drake, man, like, I know people look at him and they're like, oh, that guy can't go, but you know what, that dude can go. And funny enough, the guy he reminds me of, the same build, and pretty much you would never think this dude can wrestle more than like 5 minutes, but he's been in like 30-40 minute matches. It's like the Beer City Bruiser. That's who JD Drake reminds me of, except he doesn't have like a cigar and he's not carrying a beer keg.
I mean, if we're going to be honest, like, we should know when you have that build, you're either going to be like a monster that can wrestle for only 3 minutes, or you're going to be a 45-minute monster.
Yeah, you're like Dusty Rhodes, man. Like, you can just wrestle hours.
Dusty Vader was out there, bro, fucking moonsaulting like no one's business. Had one of the best moonsaults in the business as a big man.
Oh, bro, like, Vader was in Japan just wrecking shop, okay?
Bro, yes.
And if you guys don't know, Vader in Japan, the version you've seen in America was tame. The Japan version of Vader is a completely different monster. Just a completely different monster. That guy, like, if they would have let him be the same Vader in America, you would have a different opinion about Vader. He was a monster.
But we got a few that are like that, right? Like, you already talked, Beer City Bruiser, you already talked about him, right? Like, they're out there, and JD Drake is that. Yeah. I don't even know if we got to talk about him on the podcast, because we never get to see JD Drake too much on, like, the shows that we review. Mm-hmm. But JD Drake is a damn monster, bro.
Yeah.
He's been good for a very long time.
Yep, he's one of the he's in that category of he could go for 45 minutes an hour.
Yeah.
He can just wrestle all day.
He's just good.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna speed through these next two to get to the match. We had a promo with Sammy and LFI. It's been, if it wasn't confirmed already, it's confirmed. Collision confirmed that Sammy is part of LFI, and they are Sammy and Roosh are Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. Yep. And then we had an I Drink Ad with Harley, and then after that we had Don Callis talking about being hyped up for the 8-man tag match that's happening because he wants the world title back into the Don Callis family, because it was there with Kenny, because the only time Kenny held the title he was a heel because he had to be. But whatever. This is a whole other thing. I'm not going to talk about that right now. After those couple things, we got Big Bill versus Juice Robinson. This was the only match that we had announced for like a few days. And I'm not going to hold you, Proffitt.
Uh-huh.
I feel like they were holding back a little bit too much for us on this one. Mm. I know that this is a continuing feud because of what happened. Juice got distracted by Brian Keith. And Big Bill's able to hit that black hole slam. Shout out to Abyss, because that's what I'm going to call it from now on. Black hole slam.
Yes, sir. Hit a boss man slam.
Boss man slam. Shout out Big Boss Man. That spinning side slam. Y'all know what it is. If you don't know what it is,
yeah, you guys know what it is.
You guys know what it is. I was a little bit disappointed in the match. I'm not gonna lie. I expected a lot because it's Juice and Big Bill. And I know this feud isn't over yet, and we're gonna get another one of these probably on I could see All Out pre-show. That'd be dope, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely thought we were gonna be able to get a little bit more out of this. What were your thoughts on the match, Proffitt?
The match was short though, right?
It was really short.
So I don't think they really wanted to get all, like, it was like a 7-minute match, 6-7 minute match or something like that. Mm-hmm. So they couldn't really do much, right? They got in what they could and had the distraction from Brian Keith, and that was it. Like, they didn't have time to do much because they had to get the next match on. So yeah, but unfortunately made it the weakest match on Collision.
Honestly, the weakest match of the week.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I'm pretty sure that this is not going to end because of how this match ended. So we will see more of this, and I'm guessing they're going to be able to get a little bit of time, because I think I'm not going to say deserve. deserve is like a lot, but I think with time this match could be really good. Next up we had a backstage segment and a video package. We're gonna knock those out real quick. We had a backstage with Skyflight. Skyflight is very hype about being 2-0. You know, Scorpio Sky's a Laker fan, so you know you got to take those wins as you get them. You know, I get it. Darius was not having any of this though. He was like, "Look, y'all talking about this? We beat Shane Taylor Promotions and they have titles, and we don't." And he walked off. And Layla Gray also got headed a few bucks early, like at the beginning of the segment. And Layla Gray also, because she has to cuss, saying bad words. You know, Skyfly has that swear jar. Christopher Daniels took $1, and Scorpio Sky's like, "You knew better," and they all walk off. Listen. I am very entertained by Skyflight. I saw the discourse. I understand the discourse. I'm not even saying that you guys are wrong. I enjoy Skyflight a lot. We will see where they go. I would like to see what happens when they have some adversity. I would like to see a little bit more from them, but we will see as we go. I'm going to talk about the Gabe Kidd segment really quick, and then we can talk about both these segments, because Gabe Kidd, you know, he wants to fight Darby Allin, but he said not in a wrestling match, he wants to take his soul, which I don't think you can do it on TV. That's like a whole different thing. But yeah, and you know, Gabe Kidd, he did his story about, you know, his mom kicked him out. He was in a mental hospital, almost killed himself, all that good stuff. It's Gabe Kidd being Gabe Kidd. This is probably going to be his last match in AEW for a while, because pretty soon after this, he's going to have to go over to Japan and run that match with Shingo. But do you have any thoughts on these two segments, Proffitt?
So the Skyflight one was pretty fun. Like if you guys have listened to the podcast, you know my opinion about Top Flight. How, like, before they had no personality, man. They rolled like 1,000 on wrestling and 0 on personality, like -5 on personality, man. Except for Layla Gray. Layla Gray had all the personality of the group. Now that they're with Christopher Daniels, probably getting coached up by Christopher Daniels and Scorpio Sky, well, what do you know? There's some personality there. That was the most personality I've seen out of Darius this whole time.
Yeah. Like, we've seen Darius be, like, mad before, right? Because we had the whole Leo Rush thing and stuff like that. But even then, Dante and Darius acted the same then, too. Like, they were both very mad at Leo Rush and Action Andretti. Like, it was the same.
It's not believable mad either. They're just, I don't know.
Also, can we talk about how Dante looks yoked?
Hey.
Like, did he look huge to you, or am I just tripping?
I don't know, man. Like, TV is very deceptive, because I've seen them in person.
That was also like a year ago.
I don't know. I don't think he got that big. The motherfuckers is pretty small.
Bro, take a look at that segment again and just look at him standing there. He looks yoked.
We'll see.
We'll see. And you have any thoughts on the Gabe Kidd segment?
It's interesting, but we'll see where he goes like next week with Darby Allin. Should be a fun match though.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Next up, we had our main event, the All-Star 6-Woman Tag Team match between Toni Storm, Mina Shirakawa, and Queen Aminata versus Billy Starks, Julia Hart, and Sky Blue. Billy Starks took the L for this one. She got hit with that instead of a spinning back fist, she got hit with a spinning back elbow from Mina and got hit with the glamorous driver of Mina and lost. But did they really lose? Because the Triangle Madness was standing tall. We talked about it a little bit earlier also. Tekla came out and Triangle Madness just kind of wrecked shop on Toni, Mina, and Queen Aminata.
Yeah.
Standing tall, even over the AEW World Champion. A very, very interesting end. We will see where this goes. Proffitt, what were your thoughts on the main event?
Main event was good, man. I was actually surprised to see Billy Starks there. I was like, oh, it's Billy Starks. Cool.
I kind of was too. I thought they were just going to do like Tekla there, but it is what it is.
Yeah, so, it was a fun match all around. And, Tekla coming in at the end, doing the spider thing. Man, she looks like a robot when she does that.
She does.
Like, not when she does the crawl, but when she flips around, and her hips flip around all quick and shit. It looks like a robot. I was like, that looks cool. But, Yeah, it was a fun match. Great, good ending. Julia Hart, I think either her nose got broken or she just got a bloody nose. She got hit hard um, at one point because she was bleeding all over the place.
I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast. I don't remember, but we did talk about that. The way Queen Aminata was throwing haymakers,
Yeah,
and all the women reacting on the apron, except for Billy Starks, because Billy Starks is under Athena and very used to seeing women throwing bows like that.
well, Billy Starks also wrestles everywhere, so she wrestles in Japan and all that stuff, and where it's stiff.
She also throws bows, yeah.
Yeah, she also throws them too. So, yeah. So she's used to it. She's like, yeah, finally.
And what were your thoughts on Collision overall?
Oh, Collision overall, it was a good show. We like we said, there was only 1 week match in Collision. That was because they got no time at all. Besides that, Collision was great. Collision was doing Collision things, man. Like, it's a great wrestling show. I still miss our Friday night show, or 1 hour Friday night show.
Same, honestly.
Now that it's gone, I miss it a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. It just we kind of remember earlier in the year when we were talking about like sending a shockwave to Fox.
Yeah.
And then that never happened. It's been 9 months.
Never happened.
Never happened. I do think we can make this quick. I do think that AEW is going to get another show. I think. At this point, though, with how Dynamite and Collision have been, I don't know if I want it. But we'll see.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be for AEW, right?
No,
It
definitely
could be
doesn't.
Ring of Honor.
Have a 2-hour Ring of Honor show somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, what's that? The women are wrestling. You know that? Wow.
Yeah, wow. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it would be dope to have like a 3-hour block. Put Ring of Honor like kind of on CW, and you get WoW, and you lead into Ring of Honor, something like that. Well, I guess not CW. I can't. No, CW is done. That can't happen.
Yeah, that can't happen no more.
Yeah, that can't happen. WoW is still on CW.
Right. It's still on CW, but another company's on CW also.
Yeah, so that can't happen. Somewhere. It would be nice to see, like, I think we talked about it before. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a clip somewhere where we would like Ring of Honor to have its own budget and tour on its own to do its own thing. But we'll see. Do you have any final thoughts? Anything else you want to talk about before we wrap this podcast up?
Nah, man. Let's take it home.
As always, thank you all for listening, especially if you made it this far in the podcast. If you did, let us know in the comments. Let us know what you thought. Let us know what you thought. Probably will tell you more about that as we go. But I'm gonna tell you to follow us on Blue Sky. You can follow the whole podcast at TAGPW Podcast. You can follow Proffitt at Proffitt PROFFITT. You can follow me at Shikoku. It's on the screen already. You don't have to worry about that. We talk about everything: wrestling, video games, anime, everything on there and more. So if you want to follow us, get in the conversation. We try to like live talk about the shows. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it can't. Life happens. But follow us over there. We give our thoughts on everything all the time. We interact all the time. So make sure you're doing that there. Also, if you can't listen to this on YouTube, again, Prof's gonna tell you about the YouTube in a minute. You can find us on Spotify. If you look up THGPW Podcast on Spotify, you'll be able to find this episode and a few more from Off the Top Rope and our Command Grab on there. So make sure you're following us over there. We see comments over there too, so make sure you throw a comment over there. Rate us 5 stars. Tell your friends about it. Tell them that, you want new people that get into AEW and you want to talk about all the storylines. You want someone to break down that's an actual fan of AEW. Listen to us on Spotify. Easy on the go. It's literally going to be up. You're hearing this in about 30 minutes from when I'm saying it. It's going to be up on Blue Sky. It's going to be up on Spotify. So make sure you go follow us over there. Proffitt, tell the people about the YouTube.
All right, guys. So if you listen on YouTube, first off, thank you very much. And next, I'm going to ask you to do a couple of things. One of them I probably already asked you. Hit them comments, man. I know we talk about some good stuff on here. Let's get some good conversation going. Hell, we'll bring it up and also talk about it on the next podcast. So, Get a conversation going. It'll be fun. It'll be great. Next, if you like the show, tap that like button. For sure helps us out. Gets that algorithm going. Gets this podcast to more people that also would like to listen to an AEW podcast. And lastly, subscribe. Hit that bell button so you get all of our content whenever it comes out. Of course, we have the Command Grab. We have, which is our gaming show. We have the OVA, which is the anime show, which we do once in a great while because anime is kind of wild right now. And we have Off the Top Rope, which you're listening to right now. Whenever we put one of those up, you'll get notified, and you can listen to it on the go, or in your house while you're cleaning your house, whenever. Once again, thank you very much, and it's time for us to get out of here. So we're out.
Peace.